Welcome back to Module 3-4. In this module, you will create the tables. Then you will create a web page with a HTML5. Chapter 13 covers table. Chapter 12 covers HTML5. Download the files and prepare activities. In this activity, you will create a table and manage it. This is overall table design. TR stands for table row, TH stands for table header, TD stands for table data. Table tag starts table. Caption tag is used for caption at the top of the table. TH is table head cell for each column in the first row. You have 3 cells in first row. If you don't want to use table head, then you may use TD from first row. TD is table data. It is each cell. In the second row, there are 3 cells. In the third row, there are 3 cells. In step 2, you will add another table below 3 things table. You can merge cells in row and in column. In step 3, you will add more selectors in the embedded CSS. In this activity, I will introduce HTML5. Just read a brief history of HTML5 and recognize new elements. We cannot cover all HTML5 in this module. HTML5 would be another independent class. People thought XHTML would be next step of HTML4. However, it was too strict and not popular, so HTML5 was developed. It is not something totally new. It is backward compatible with older versions of HTML. This is basic HTML5 structure. There is simple DDT and character encoding declaration. The default character encoding in HTML5 is UTF-8. There are new elements for HTML5. We will practice some semantic elements like header, footer, article, and section. We will also practice new multimedia elements like audio and video. In this activity, you will create an HTML5 web page with a table display layout. In step 1, analyze HTML5.html and HTML5.css. There are header, navigation, section world, and section city, aside, and footer elements in HTML5.html. There are header, navigation, section world, and section city, aside, and footer selectors in HTML5.css. In this slide, left side is current design, right side is our goal. Before you keep going, I want to talk about design strategies. From previous module 3-3, you have practiced all strategies except the table display layout. Since you have learned the table, you will understand it now easily. To use table display layout, first you should make a structure by adding div, like a table and tr tags in HTML. Second, you will add the corresponding CSS codes in CSS file. Third, you will add a display table cell in correspondent ID or elements in CSS to put them in the cell. Make a structure like by adding div ID table container and div ID table row on the nave closing tag. In our design, you have only one row. In the row, you will have 3 cells. Div table container in CSS will prepare a table to be ready to display div ID table container in HTML5.html. Div table row in CSS will prepare a row in the table for div ID table row in HTML5.html. Display table cell in CSS will assign 2 sections inside the row of the table, section ID world, section ID city. Another display table cell in CSS will assign a side as the third cell in the row. This shows the overall structure. This shows the result. In step 3, you will add a time element to specify the precise date using the Internet date time format for dates. This element may give you more functions for web browsers like recognizing time format, adjusting time zone. Time is one of HTML5 new elements. In step 4, you will add HTML5 video audio inside a side element. In video element, the control attribute adds video controls like play, pause, and volume. It is a good idea to always include width and height attributes. You may want to use multiple source elements. Then, a web browser will choose one of them. So you'd better list several choices for proper one. To start a video automatically, use autoplay attribute instead of controls. Audio element works similar with the video element. This is the result. In this activity, you will put all content in the middle using Jello layout. Do you remember Jello layout? To use Jello layout, first put div ID logical section in HTML. Second, set certain width for the group from CSS. Third, set auto margin in the left and right. Then browser will give auto margin and put the content in the center. This is the final result. Submit internet URLs after all activities. This is the end of module 3-4. You have created tables in the beginning, then you have created a web page with the HTML5 with video and audio elements. The layout was a table display layout and Jello layout. See you in module 3-5.